Hey everybody, welcome back. Another episode of Factorio C-Block. This is episode number 7. In today's episode, we are going to continue upgrading our machines to the Mark II variety so we can reduce our total power and increase our throughput, all that kind of stuff that you do in Factorio. The first thing I want to do is I want to start updating our electrolyzers. They are by far the biggest drain on our power. They are drawing 300 kilowatts, and we can make the version 2s, which is not in this menu. It's here. Okay, so electrolyzer Mark 1, or just no marks, just electrolyzer. It draws 300 and it has a craft speed of 1. The Mark 2, it draws a little bit more power, but the speed is 50% better. So that is going to mean we can get rid of a third of these and only go up a little bit in power. But by getting rid of them, we're going to reduce our total power drain by a lot. Currently, I'm not doing any science at the moment. We're about to start. They're only drawing 4. They draw a lot more when they're actually doing stuff. And in order to make them, we got to make some new stuff. And to do that, I have researched washing, and we actually need to do the second level of washing as well. I finished researching cement. This is a thing we need to make the, actually, these bricks, clay bricks, they are used to make like 27 different machines. So we're going to need them to upgrade a lot of stuff. So it's pretty good time to start making them. And we get those from the washing process. I need to upgrade to washing 2 so that we can get the last ingredient. We need the limestone. Blink. Okay. So while that's going, we're going to start plopping down these washing machines. And we will also need normal water. That's a normal pump. And we're going to use these seafloor pumps that I researched last time, which will pump up, kind of like these guys, pumping up the ocean water. But these guys go to the floor, so we get a lot of muddy sludge from the seafloor that has more minerals in it or whatever. We're going to wash it to extract all of its lovely goodness. And to do that, we need these washing machines. Let's see, I think I want it kind of like this. Yeah, like that. Okay, so we need to move this guy up a little bit, and then let's space them over so I can walk in between things. Just the way that these work would probably... Oh, look at that. Nailed it. Okay, did it perfectly. We're not going to be able to walk in between all of them just by nature of what they do and how much space they use up. Eventually, we might need to scale this up a lot. I'm not sure how much we're going to need some of these items, so we may end up moving it, rebuilding it, but that kind of goes for anything in this game, and particularly this mod pack. So what we need to make the bricks, we need clay and sand and also that limestone, which is done. That was quick. Okay. I guess we can research something else. Nodule processing. This is a way to get... it's kind of like the slag that we get from electrolyzing water, but because it's from the floor of the ocean, it's more of a different thing. I'm not sure. You can get some nodule sludge from your crushed nodule, get some more slag, or you can also get manganese ore and chrome. That might be important. Water treatment too. Hydro plant Mark II. I'm not really using too many hydro plants. We're not making brass or aluminium yet. Oh, maybe we want this. Filtration unit Mark II. Crystallizer Mark II. We probably want those, which means we're going to need to upgrade to start making aluminium and brass. Seems like that's an electronic circuit board is going to be needed in the next tier of things. We can crystallize to crotinium, givelite. I guess those probably get us some of these things we're going to need. Uranium. Oh, we can head towards nuclear power. Very interesting. We might be abandoning steam in not too long. And also the ceramic filters will be really nice. Okay, let's do this one. Ceramic filters will be great. So I'll stop having to put coal over here where our filtration units are with our coal filter frames. All right, so this muddy stuff, this guy just passively pumps up viscous mud water, and we're going to wash it with a little bit of seawater each time. It's going to get a little less muddy. Every time we wash it, we get a bit of mud, and we get an output that's less muddy. So we go from heavy mud water to viscous mud water. And let's do it. Do I want that much? I guess we don't need that much space. Just as long as I can walk through it, that's fine. From viscous mud water, we will go to concentrated mud water. Each of these needs a water input. So we'll do this kind of thing. Daisy chain. I always say daisy chain. It's just an underground pipe. A daisy chain is a way to coil a rope to make it more compact. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Then we get a mud output each time. And guess what? The mud is going to be a very easy way to make. If I can pick the right... Nope. Water processing. Nope. Oh yeah, it's here. We're going to be able to make a ton of landfill, and we can make a bunch of different colors, and we'll have a few other things we can do with it. We'll need another one of these. I think at this point, we're just going to put them closer together. And at the end, we're going to output, after we've washed this stuff all the way until we've gotten all the mud out of our seafloor pump output or input, we are going to just have some saline water, and we're going to just void it, because I don't need saline water just yet. Okay, so the third one, we are doing concentrated mud water into light mud water. And then the fourth one, we're doing thin mud water, or light mud water into thin mud water. And finally, we've washed it 5 times. We've got all the mud out of our seafloor pump water, and we're left with just saline water. So we'll have a belt running this way and taking the mud out, and then we'll probably have an assembly machine over here. And what I'll probably do is just alternate between these different ones. We don't have to have the same boring background. Maybe we'll go with some grass. Just well, I guess we do have a lot of green going on, but only in this part of the base. We're going to have some different colors. Another thing we need to do, you can have a few different outputs. The other thing you do with this, we need that sand and the clay and stuff like that. So let's do something like this. See how this works. And we will need to wash in a different recipe. Maybe that's a little too cramped. We'll play with the layout. So let's see, what are we outputting here? We are outputting concentrated mud water, and if you wash concentrated mud water with a different recipe, you can get clay. We need that for the bricks. And then here we've got the thin mud water. If you wash that with a different recipe, you get sand. And then the third thing we need to, let's see, what are we getting here? Light mud water. If you wash that with the thing we just researched, you get limestone. So we're almost there. We almost have the ingredients for our bricks. Last thing to do is we will need to use a blast furnace of all things. And blast furnace that limestone into lime. And it's going to need carbon dioxide, which is why we are right here next to our carbon dioxide line. Because I can just do something like that. All right, let's plug the thing in and see where I screwed up. All of the logistical stuff is there. Oh, wouldn't you know it? I'm one space off from just connecting that. Okay, well, if we're going to do it that way, damn. I wanted to have as clean of a power supply as possible. It looks like I've got to do something really dirty like that. At least for now. I'll look at it later. So, first off, we should be making... Oh, and these guys need fuel, right? Okay, so this amount of carbon in this thing should last, like, basically forever. Carbon dioxide is getting to that. This guy needs fuel. We'll give you that. You are making... you should be outputting... Oh, I forgot... Okay. I forgot something, and it's kind of important. I forgot inserters. Kind of important to the game of Factorio. Oh, I guess, There's no power there. Alright, fine. I think I'd rather use an extra set of underground belts instead of adding one more power pole. And we'll need a mud guy there. And you need to be a fast inserter, because you are going way too slow. And we need to, let's see, pick up, back it up, move it forward. There we go. And now we are making landfill. I don't have speed modules. In fact, I guess we can't even put speed modules in this thing. Until we get the assembly machine 2. I might even upgrade that, now that I think about it, because it would be faster. This belt's going to fill up. That might be a problem. Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, let's just see how it goes before I upgrade that. So this guy is getting produced. He's producing from the viscous mud water, producing heavy mud water. The heavy mud water is being turned into concentrated mud water and immediately leaving the machine. And then that is getting split a little bit. Most of it's going over here to make light mud water. Some of it's going over here to make the wrong thing. That's supposed to be clay. Change. Oh, that's the wrong button to change. Clay. Okay, next time this completes, some of it should go down here. This only requires 30 concentrated, and this requires 100. Okay, so now some of it is going here, and that's getting put into here. I might need buffer chests for these if they're getting produced at different rates. It should be about the same, 1 to 1 to 1. So hopefully the whole thing doesn't get slowed down because this guy can't output something or this guy can't output something. You are producing mud. We got lots of mud. And he's also the... I forget what all the different ones are called. Light mud water is coming down here around the edge and making the limestone. And you're not making... Are you not making? Oh, or is this thing full? Oh, I don't have an output into here. That's a problem. We are missing the sand. Okay, let's see what I missed there. So you were making thin mud water from the light mud water, and that is getting split coming down here. To make the sand, you need water. Oh, you don't have water. Oh, okay, I tried rerouting this belt a few different ways, and I never connected that back up. That's the problem. There's our sand getting made. That's going to get put in here. Now we're making the unburnt clay bricks, and I believe the only thing those make are the burnt bricks. Unburnt, okay, bricks. There we go. Yeah, the only thing they're used to make is clay bricks, but the clay bricks make 25 different upgraded machines. A lot of them. And I think that is only used for that. Desalination plant, ore sorting facility Mark II. Yeah, no other, like, intermediate products. So I think we'll just stockpile them here. But we can also make a little brick path. Another thing I did is I upgraded, this is kind of not very important, but since I'm not going to have robots for basically forever, I upgraded my normal pickaxe to a steel axe. And I was kind of wondering, with all of the different upgrades all these mods provide, is there ever going to be a third pickaxe? So let's actually find out. No. Oh well, damn it. I guess that's fine. Eventually we'll get robots, but for a very long time I'm going to be picking things up with this steel pickaxe. We now have the clay bricks. Fantastic. We'll have to check back later to see if there's any kind of bottleneck there, if I might need a buffer chest if these are getting made. I think it's 1 to 1, but you never know. Sometimes I screw stuff up. Every once in a while. We also have a different color landfill. It looks kind of dirty. Doesn't really look like grass, to be honest. Okay. We can make all kinds of different landfill now. It is in the water treatment. Yeah, water treatment. We can make all that. Eventually, we'll get into the nodule treatment, but not for a little bit. And the concrete is still researching, so we're waiting on that. And as I pick that up, we can put the other one... Oh! Wait a second. What happened there? This is the old landfill. It's... Oh, that's super weird. It's like pushing the grass around. That must have to do with the way the bricks connect, like when you're making them from nothing in the water. We can just... That is really bizarre. It's just spreading grass everywhere. Okay, what if I up the brush size? Okay, that gets rid of it. Okay, good. Otherwise, that would be a little bit hard to control. I want to control things. That's the point of the game. All right, so let's grab 4 of these. And then make 4 of the bright ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm still making steel pipes. All right, I guess we'll wait for that to finish. And we can take up the next pack as well. And tell it to make 1, 2, 3, 4. And then pick up these. Tell it to make 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll deal with that. The ones that are left over are the ones we'll be getting rid of altogether. And I'm just leaving these ones here to help me space out where they actually go. Okay, now they're getting made. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at all that slag I just picked up. Oops. Okay, let's... was that the right one? This is, these are the Mark IIs. Okay, here comes the Mark IIs. We want them like that. And give them the same recipe. Operating at 1.5 speed. Here's Mark II. Give him the recipe and get rid of that guy. Oh, too much slag. All right, I guess they were all backed up. So let's just put down a chest to get those. I need to start researching, actually. Next thing to research is increased inventory size. Get rid of you. Do I have... I do have 2 more, again. The Mark IIs. Copy that over, Red Leader. There we go. All right, well, we're making the mud, we're making the bricks, and we're on our way to making concrete. I encountered a new problem. Instead of our system running too fast and taking too much power and shorting itself out, we were actually running too slow. We're getting the random bits of stone and slag from the crushers and the ore sorters going up through these belts back into our system, and that was going so slow that it backed up. And the crusher stopped working, which means I stopped producing metal, which means the research stopped. And I picked stuff up just to try to get it to go. And I also increased our normal old-fashioned landfill creation by moving it after where that splitter happens. But we're not using much power. We've got a lot more throughput. So let's expand with the machines we're already using, because in order to upgrade these, we're going to have to start making aluminum and brass and stuff like that, which we can do, but let's go ahead and increase what we're doing first to the full capacity for one of these hydro plants at least, and then we'll go from there after that. So for this, we're just going to add 2 more of these, or 1 of each, rather. This needs to go... No, it's not a belt. That needs to go like that, then like that. And you need an inserter, and you need... Actually, okay, let's switch back to these. Eventually, we will completely wean ourselves off of these small electric poles, but for now, we still will be using them because I need my steel for more important things. All of the electrolyzers have been replaced, so our power supply is bigger than always. Well, I guess the amount we're using is lower than always. This is only down to 3. That'll increase once we start doing more of these. This probably has it's got a huge backlog of sulfur. We need to add 3 more liquefiers. So let's, when I first updated these, it was when I was totally out of supplies updating the system, and I didn't have fast inserters, so now we can upgrade these to fast inserters. All right, all 8 of... Oh, okay, there's science interrupted me again. Thermal water extract... What does that even do? It doesn't even say. Oh, that takes 3 science. Okay, never mind. We'll get to that. I probably will want to make more flare stacks once we run out. In fact, I think I have run out. Let's research that just as something to do while I do this stuff. Let's put in some more frames in there because I just added several more filtration units. And last step is to upgrade our crystallizers. We still won't be running these ore sorters at maximum capacity. Let's just look at where we're lacking. Looks like we're lacking in copper. The amount of copper we're using increased. I guess as soon as we added that second science, it uses slightly more copper than iron. The first science pack is about the opposite. They should be about equal. And since I started making all these machines, I guess the basic electronic boards is also taking a decent amount of copper. So let's expand this to the maximum. So we'll have a ore sorting facility Mark 1 running at full speed. Maximum capacity, Commander. I think I already put the inserters in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you have an inserter? You do. You do. Now, next time I redesign this, I might want to make some kind of a more modular system as we continue to upgrade machines. The ratios are going to change, which is going to make things tricky, and also the amount of each metal I'm going to need will also change as we start making new stuff. Like if I start making a lot more steel, that would be a way to use up the iron. The iron was backing up, which is stopping the copper from being made sometimes because they're both coming from this one dude. And if I need more copper, I might want an ore sorter where we can switch the ore type over so we get more copper. So I probably want at a minimum, a sorting facility for each of the ore types, and a more modular system here so we can switch these over. Maybe this grouping idea wasn't quite right. I'm gonna have to think about it. Something to think about. We're gonna have to start making aluminium. Should we look up the aluminium? Let's, before we do that, because I've got excess iron and we're starting to use more and more steel, let's just kind of duplicate what this guy is doing. Use up some of this. That is awkward. Whatever. Just more power poles. Who cares? And let's put this like this. Don't put it there. Okay, that should put them both into the same chest, and you need carbon. Okay, we'll go grab that. Did you put... No, okay, the belt was full. You couldn't put anything there. Grab some carbon for the furnace. Okay, now we've got more steel to get made. That should help our inequality there to equalize it a bit. Now we've got one of these guys. This should be running full time. Look at that. Boom. All right, so recap. We've done upgrades. We've got red and green science automated. I'm switching back and forth at the moment between sapphirite and stereotyte ore because we need, let's just switch them all over. Once again, we need about an equal measure of copper and iron at this point, when before we did not. This recipe requires 2 of one and 1 of the other. And I think in the future, well, I'm going to try to do something more modular, and we've got upgrades for a number of things. We can make ore sorting facilities Mark II. We can make ore crusher Mark II, and all the other things we upgraded today. We can also make the filtration units and the crystallizer Mark IIs, which require aluminum plate and brass plate, and also electronic boards. And the electronic boards take stuff. Yeah, they take stuff. They take, oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, and they take circuit boards and transistors, and the transistors take plastic bars, which are also required for, oh, wait, wrong thing. Okay, the transistors or the plastic bars are used in, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, plastic pipes. Is it like PVC? I guess so. That's pretty cool. And the one I wanted to show was laser rifle. Okay, not that. The one we would like to work towards is the battery. Battery will get us accumulators, which is permanent passive power in conjunction with the solar panels. Well, solar panels we are already crafting, but we're going to continue this next time. We are on the verge of new technologies with the 2 science packs that we are researching. We've got strand casting. We've got powdered machines for like powdered ore. We also have the flotation units and the nodules and like all kinds of weird stuff coming up. And that's just from the first 2 science packs. So things are about to get wacky, or wackier, I guess, depending on your perspective. So we'll see you next time. We'll continue working on C Block. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, and bye-bye.